What is an astronaut's favorite type of cheese? Moonster. Happy Wednesday, my friends. Welcome to the stream. Very happy to have you here tonight. We've got Eston Boy first in chat. Welcome in, my friend. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I noticed your name in the activity feed a little while back, and I'm happy that you finally caught us live. Very happy to have you here. And grateful to Mile High Rule for the recommendation. I do indeed enjoy spicy food, as we were talking about in the chat just there. Yeah, the Blue Diamond Almonds. I have the Carolina Reaper ones right now. They're pretty good. Not super spicy, and you're right about the Cheetos as well. I don't think they're super spicy, but, you know, a lot of things I put on the wheel are things that I'm trying out, and some of them may be, you know, some of them may be worse than others. The point isn't to fill it with the hottest things in the universe. The point is to fill it with a variety of things. So sometimes it's really mild, and sometimes it's really not. There's a wide range. There's a wide range. Lucent Jelly, welcome in. Thank you for being here as well. And we've got three things we're going to do tonight. We've got R-Type on the Game Boy. We've got the Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy on the NES, and Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. My friends, it's going to be a first playthrough for me on the first two games, R-Type and the Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy. I haven't actually ever tried to play before, so hopefully both games work. We were going to do these on the Commodore 64. It was planned to be a Commodore 64 night, but I had problems with that. So we've had to sub in different consoles. Jelly says, I'm here for the magnificent rewards. I'm Jelly from the future. I read those out of order, Jelly, and so I had no idea what you meant. But yes, time travel. The rewards of time travel are magnificent. When you get a Wheel of Scorchin', I'll see if I have an item to do with you. Right on. I appreciate the commiseration. Don't have Apollo hot sauce. Haven't tried that one yet. I'm not, you know, there's a whole world of spicy foods that I, still left for me to explore. But, if you recommend Apollo hot sauce, if you think that's a good one, then, if I come across a bottle, I'll try and keep a mental note of it. I haven't updated the wheel in a while. It's due for an update. I just haven't had the opportunity to get around to it. $3 million Scoville units? Alright, that might be a little intense for me. I might need to work my way up to that one. Eston Boy says, currently playing Super Mario World on the SNES. That's a classic. I'm a big fan of Mario World. It's not my favorite. Probably my favorite 2D Mario game is, it's probably Mario 3 still. But I mean, so many of them. So many of the Mario games are just wonderful. Just excellent. You can hardly go wrong. Alright, so before we really get rolling with this, I need to remember to move the buttons around. Always got to do that with the Super Game Boy. I don't know if we should change the color scheme or not. This is a space game, so it might actually be good to play it like this. that's mostly a joke. I expect that'll probably be pretty awful if I try to play it with the colors inverted. There we are. That'll probably look alright. Some nice sort of soft tones. Anything border appropriate for space? I don't really think so. There we go. Everything have a very, like, earthen feel to it here. Sunshine is the best Mario game, hands down, Eston Boy says. I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you, Eston Boy. You're welcome to have that opinion if you like, but I'm not a huge fan of Sunshine, sadly. Sunshine is a game that I love to start and I hate to finish. It's really good at the beginning, but if you're going to complete that game, there are nightmare sections of that game that I just don't like to live through. Alright, here we go. First attempt. This game looks so small. It takes up so little of the screen. Maybe I should have used the Game Boy player instead. One moment, Jelly is approaching with some snacks for me. Thank you for the coffee, Jelly, and I've got some apple slices tonight. I'm well stocked for a good time. Oh, we have a charge shot. Nice. And whatever this thing is, I have a feeling I should save it. I think probably B will launch it. So because this is a first playthrough for me, like all my first playthroughs, it's completely blind, so I don't know anything about I don't really know anything about the game. So there may be basics of its sort of features and mechanics that I don't seem to understand or I get wrong, and that's all right. That's all part of the process. This extra laser seems really nice. Ooh. victory. Hey, stage 1 cleared first try. I'm an R-type expert. I feel like this is an obscure enough game that spoilers shouldn't be much of a concern, Jelly says. I don't know about that. Thank you for the trophies, Jelly. Oh no! No, first death and it was just from bad driving? But also, what do I know about the broader world of retro games? So I knew going into this game that it was a vertical shooter. And that's really it. Oh no. After doing so well at stage 1, I'm immediately collapsing on stage 2. When I tried loading up the Commodore version of the game, it got to... It loaded the title screen, and then I told it to... And then, like, I tried to start the game, and it partially loaded the first screen of the game. So I saw there was a bar that said beam on the screen for the Commodore game, but I didn't know what it meant. That's why a moment ago when I was able to charge, I said, oh. These look like some lucent jellies. And they're gone. No, don't fly into me. Hey, Ricky, welcome in. Welcome to R-Type on the Game Boy. It attached to the wrong side of me. I seem to have a whole lot of lives. It's slow. We're playing on the Super Game Boy, so it's actually running faster. Which actually should be running faster than it does on the regular Game Boy. Super Game Boy speeds games up by, I think, 2.3%. What happens when I press B? That's very strange. It's retractable. Huh. Interesting. Whoa. Okay. I can hit the thing in the middle. I've just got to be at, like, the exact right height. And I need that thing to not be in my way. Don't come back over here. Don't come back over here. Oh no, I flew too low. Game over. Alright, well, we made it to the first boss. We don't get a lot of options for our name. We have continues. Oh, and we started at the checkpoint. So the continues are actually kind of generous. Don't fly too low. Hey, Fuzzy Boots, welcome in. Welcome to R-Type on the Super Game Boy. It's my first time playing this one. This might be the first horizontal shooter we've done on this stream. Yeah, this is the Game Boy game on the Super Nintendo. But yeah, we're playing it on the Super Nintendo. Hey, Game and Fit, welcome in. I wanted to try the Commodore. I wanted to try the Commodore 64 version of this game tonight, but I had trouble getting it to work. Victory. So we went Game Boy instead. Oh. I mean, this thing right here looks like a boss. Oh no, I think I'm supposed to fly under it. It's too late for me. Save yourselves. Surely someone's mentioned the Genesis version of Ghouls and Ghosts is coming to the Switch, or has it, or it's just arrived? I hadn't heard that. I don't subscribe to the Genesis on the Switch. That's a good game though for someone looking to get into the series. That's like the easiest starting point for you, for people who are new to it. Of the 3 original games, that's the easiest one. Though for Ghouls and Ghosts, the version of that game that I prefer is on the PlayStation 2. There's a more arcade-accurate port in the Capcom Classics collection on the PlayStation 2. Or the PSP. It's on both of those, actually. I like that version a lot better than the one that's actually on the Genesis. This is really, really difficult. Video games are so new relative to human history. I wonder if we'll reach a point where we as people set a time limit for games to become public domain. I doubt it, Fuzzy Boots. I don't think the corporations are ever going to allow that. I think if anything, we're going to see public domain disappear as a concept. I think stuff that's currently in public domain is more likely to is more likely to be removed from the public domain. I think that's way more likely than new things entering it. whether they be new types of media or anything. Movies are, and they're backed by huge corporations. I mean, they have historically entered the public domain, but will they continue to? I don't think so. Movies from a time when these corporations had much less power have entered the public domain. But as time has passed, these entities have only gained more and more power. So the likelihood of more things entering the public domain decreases, I would think. Laws can be changed. I don't think Sleeping Beauty by Disney, I don't think they're ever going to allow that to enter the public domain. For example. I think they'll apply the right pressure in the right places, and things will change. You think you might be biased? I feel like if Shigeru Miyamoto were here, he'd say, "You can try to rip Mario away from my cold dead fingers." I don't know, Fuzzy Boots. I don't know. None of us do. That's the point. But if you want my opinion on what I think will happen, well, there you go. I don't think it's very likely that video games are going to reach a public domain status. Not very many of them, anyway. I don't think my thoughts on the matter are very important either way, though. Victory. I'm a master of stage 1. I did not know the Game Boy possessed any shoot 'em ups. Well, it's got at least one. I imagine there are others. I feel like the Game Boy's library is, you know, kind of like a microcosm of the NES library. You know, not every NES game has a Game Boy version, but I feel like you could probably find at least one of every type of NES game on the Game Boy, right? And I mean a lot of NES games just flat out do have a Game Boy version, right? Oh, no! No, right before the boss? It doesn't look half bad, honestly. I think it's alright. I think it's alright. I'm having fun with it so far. This is, like, shooters like this are not a type of game that I know very well. It does run perhaps a little slowly. There's some noticeable lag or general slowness going on, but I mean that's kind of typical for Game Boy games to run a bit slow, in my experience. And for my sake, it's probably a good thing, being unfamiliar with this game and games like it. Like, the slowdown gives me a little bit of an unfair advantage. My Game Boy library lived and died with Pokemon. So, growing up, I had a Game Boy growing up. We had Tetris, Burger Time. I had The Amazing Spider-Man. I had Pokemon Blue. No. I feel like I had at least a few other Game Boy games. I can't think of what they were. I'd recognize them if I saw them, but just pulling them out of my imagination like this is a little difficult. I only had a few Game Boy games, Fuzzy Boots says. Love the Final Fantasy series on there, because they played very differently from the NES Final Fantasy. Super Mario Land game is real fun, too. I liked Super Mario Land. I like Super Mario Land 1 and 2 on the Game Boy. Super Mario Land is a weird game, but I kind of like that. It's got a lot of charm to it, I think. The Final Fantasy games, I've only played Final Fantasy Adventure, but I liked it quite a bit. But the Game Boy Final Fantasies play different, right? Because they're not really Final Fantasy games, right? There's something else in Japan, and they called them Final Fantasy in the West for marketing. I know Final Fantasy Adventure is like that because it's really the first Mana game. I thought the Final Fantasy Legend games were I think they're called the Saga series? Saga? In Japan? I don't know, it's far from an area of my expertise. I think I had more Game Boy Color games than original Game Boy games. Because I had, like, Pokemon Gold, which I didn't really play. Pokemon Pinball, Game & Watch Gallery games, Spy vs. Spy, Donkey Kong Country, Rayman. Link's Awakening. I bought the Oracle games, but I never played them. I can't tell from my end, Game and Fit. Things look normal to me, but the Saga series, I hated having to buy new weapons after they break. Oh my goodness. I needed this. Look at that fire snake. How in the world are you supposed to get it through here without it? You're not. It's one of those games that punishes you when you do badly. I don't understand this game. Hey, Baron Metz, welcome in. Everything is back to normal now, Game and Fit says. Right on. I don't know how I won. I don't even understand what happened in that stage. Well, this game got off to a really good start, and then it kind of fell apart. I'm not crazy about how it's become so incomprehensible. I'm just gonna have to remember the patterns of this. Took down the true final boss of Etrian Odyssey, Baron says. Very good. Congratulations to you, my friend. I'm glad I got that final Chivo down. Great game, super challenging boss. I feel a year older now. Rough. Very rough. This is Game Boy. I couldn't get the C64 games to work. C64 is full color though. It wouldn't. I don't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't look like this. I'm having a rough time. I like when games let me put in punctuation marks for my name, so I can actually put in a colon and a parentheses. Not enough of them give me that option. It's alright, I wasn't gonna make it through there anyway. I don't know how I managed to take that guy out before. I guess that was a glitch the first time. There was supposed to be a guy in the middle. Why wasn't there a guy in the middle this time? This game is changing its rules. I think I earned an extra life. Things are going downhill for me real fast. Why was I able to shoot through the middle before and I can't now? I don't understand. I'm bleeding lives. That was awful. Well, from the top, I'm gonna have to learn how to do this. Oh, we did kind of play a horizontal shooter on this stream. We played Air Fortress. That game is half horizontal shooter. How could I forget Air Fortress? I think I'm gonna have to learn to do the whole game in one life if I'm gonna make it through. That seemed effective. Exterminate the bug boss. Rip the playthrough. One death like that, and all my hope is gone. So the clear move is to embed our little projectile buddy inside of the bosses, right? Oh yeah, I get that. No, don't come back. I guess I just hang out down here. Hope I don't get hit. No, don't come back to me now. My boss doesn't open its eye nearly enough. This is my home now. Oh, I'm a fool. I had a much harder time with that. Smart. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel very smart. Oh no! So this game really is all about learning how to use your buddy to help you. An interesting take on the shooter genre for sure. I made a bad choice. I made a bad choice in choosing to play this game, I think. I should have went for a more non-buddy oriented shooter. I gotta say, I hate this level. I really, really hate this level. I don't like a level that has to be memorized. It's just, it's yucky. There's no way to, I don't like things that can't be cleared on a first attempt. Oh. No, don't come back to me. I need you on the other side. There's no way, though. There's no way to get that guy inside of there. The screen isn't wide enough. Oh no. Alright, I think that section's just going to be survival. Hey, Dynamite, welcome in. No, see, that's bogus. That enemy doesn't... It's a stage where you have to memorize all the enemy's patterns, but they're not consistent. Sometimes it gives you an extra guy there. Oh, I don't like it. Alright, well, we're just going to be at the mercy of RNG. I'm just going to assume that there won't be a guy there, because there isn't always. And if I get hit by him, then, you know, that'll just be bad luck. This is the R-type you picked for the stream? This is the only R-type I have, Dynamite. I'm out of credits. Tried to do it on the Commodore 64, but I couldn't get my C64 copy of it to work, so... so it's Game Boy instead. Got a fairly decent handle on the first 3 stages, but stage 4 is just, abysmal. Okay, finally, some power-ups. I don't know what that is. I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to assume that's bad. Oh, picking up that number 1 hurt me. Made me less capable. No, I flew too low. I missed a power up there too. That's a shame. I'm gonna game over. There we go. Alright, I understand a little bit more about that boss, but... that screech when the points total down. As they total up, but they actually kind of worked in the opposite direction. Stage 1 and Stage 3 are, like, kind of no problem. Stage 2 should be no problem, but the boss is still tricky for me. And Stage 4 is an impossible nightmare. Dead. Oh, things are going so well. No. I don't know why I couldn't get away. Life is rough in this game. My ship is too large. I need a spaceship that's like half this size. No. I'm destined to live here forever. Stack Cat, welcome in. I am a life, barely. I'm certainly glad to have you here. I'm sorry that you're just barely hanging in there, but continue to hold on, my friend. Thank you for the wheel. I didn't see who spun it, but thank you regardless. We'll give that a go in just a moment. No, I'm the worst. I don't know how to fly. Persephone, welcome in. Thank you for the wheel. And Buddha Fingers, welcome in. Air Fortress looks different. Thank you for the resub, Buddha Fingers. Thank you for the 19 months of support. That's almost a year, Buddha Fingers. I can't believe we've known each other that long. Persephone says, had a great night tonight. Went to a social. Had a bunch of people calling me cute and wanting my number. Flirted with this guy I have a huge crush on. Go me. Very nice, Persephone. I'm happy for you. I hope that works out well for you. Let's give the wheel a spin and see what happens to me. Thank goodness. That was one away from the seeds. That's the Beware hot sauce. All right, let's go for it. I was hoping you don't get seeds. Me too. The Beware sauce is supposedly it's supposed to be the hottest sauce on the board, and it's pretty spicy, but like compared to the seeds, it's nothing. I definitely look forward to it. Who would have thought socials could be fun, Persephone says. It has been a extraordinarily long time since I have been out of the world of dating and mingling. For those unfamiliar, this is Marie Sharp's habanero pepper sauce. Doesn't give me a Scoville rating on these sauces, but it does say, keep out of reach of children. Do not play tricks on the weak or elderly with this sauce. And it has 5 X's on the label, which is the most of any of the this brand. At least any of them I've seen thus far. Let's pile it on and enjoy. Mm-hmm. Now, see, this is what a spicy food is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a brief shot of minor pain, not like not a situation where I feel like I'm holding on to my life by a thread. We got an offer on the house that's 5K above asking, StatCat says. Well done. $5K. So be going down hopefully soon. I definitely hope you start to feel a bit better before you do. Moving when you're in the best of health is bad enough. Theodoros, welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I've joined at a great moment. Just a little bit of hot sauce. I'm imagining someone using a wheel of scorchin to attract a mate, Budafinger says. I guess we all have our different benchmarks for what impresses us, so it wouldn't necessarily be out of the question, right? I have some stuff with your name on it. Well, thank you, StatCat. That's very generous of you. Baron, thank you for the pistachios and for the hydration. Let's take care of those. We're playing R-Type tonight, my friends. We had a few people come in. We're actually playing the Game Boy version. I couldn't get my C64. I couldn't get the C64 version to work. I couldn't get R-Type or Dizzy to work on the C64. So we've gone with console alternates. We're gonna play R-Type here on the Game Boy. I've been at it for a while, but I'm pretty bad at stage 4. And we'll try out Dizzy on the NES. I bought some honey roasted peanuts, but they're very disappointing. They taste very, very, very faintly of honey. The seasoning is extremely light. I guess that means they're better for me. So, but I didn't exactly buy them as a health food. As long as there isn't a stage called the Machine, you should be good, right? Budafinger says, you know what? This stage actually kind of feels like the Machine. It's got a sort of circuit board look about it. It's got a, like... It's memorization is the big challenge of the stage. I don't really want to compare a game to Echo too early because, like, there's nowhere to go after that, right? When you've said a game is like Echo, you've said the worst thing about it you can say, so, like, you generally want to save yourself a little bit of room. But this stage, in a few ways, does kind of take me back. Yucky. Yusuf, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. You came in just as I was getting wiped out. Welcome into your friends. Very grateful to have you with us tonight. Let me give this a pause so I can give you a shout out here. Tell us about your stream. What were you doing, and how did it go for you? We would love to hear. More Kingdom Hearts. Up to Rechain of Memories. Sadly, I just haven't gotten into that series yet, so I don't really know much about it. That's the one, though. That was originally a Game Boy game, I think. Game Boy Advance. I feel like that series jumped around across a lot of platforms, right? You didn't either until this year? I don't know. I've got a couple of those. I've got a couple of the early Kingdom Hearts games. I'm a little bit intimidated to play them myself. I'm worried that I'll be overwhelmed. But they remade it as a PlayStation 2 game using the same models and worlds as Kingdom Hearts 1. Right on. They're really easy to pick up and play. Are they more action RPG or are they more turn-based RPG? Because if they're action RPGs, that's a lot more appealing to me than turn-based. Dynamite says, R-type style shooters versus Gradius style shooters. One is more cerebral and methodical. The other is more chaotic and reactionary. Both types are great when done right. If those line up so that what you mean by that, Dynamite, is R-type is more cerebral and Gradius is more chaotic, I should have started out with Gradius. I should have started with the higher reaction game. Mile High Road, welcome in. Real-time battles, that's a little more appealing. Frown Man would not like Kingdom Hearts. Well, I know that I know they're very big on story, which is definitely like a challenge for me, so. It'll probably be a good while before I get to them myself, but I'm happy that you seem to be having a really good time with them, moving right along through the series. I'll definitely try them. I'm fairly frequently willing, I think, to try games that are outside of what I'm usually comfortable with. I just lack precision. That was game over? Bogus. Is Kingdom Hearts kind of a mashup of Final Fantasy and Disney? Yeah, that's what I understand it to be. I want to see Frown Man play Super Mario RPG. We're gonna do that one, Mile Hyrule. We're gonna do the original one. I'm not gonna do the remake. I don't think. I think I'm gonna do the original. But it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while before I can get to it because I got a couple big games I'm already working on. Until we make it through Tears and Alundra, I can't really think about adding another big game to the schedule. Skip that power up on purpose there because I think that I like what this is going to do for me better. I think I can just hang out up here and be safe. Playing Final Fantasy 16 all day today, Mile Hyrule says. I would assume from that that means you're enjoying it. Stay away from me. No! Ah, I'm the worst. Hey, Streaming Fist, welcome in. Welcome to R-Type on the Game Boy. Star Fox. Stars off. We've done the original Star Fox on the stream already. I would like to do Star Fox 64 at some point. Star Fox is kind of tough. It took me a while. It took me a while with some of those paths. another one where once you get your buddy into position, you can just kind of hang out. Those are the kind of bosses I need more of. Thank you, Baron. Thank you for the GG. I've already forgotten the path through this level. I was just here and I've already completely forgotten what I'm doing. Dead. Oh. Title, welcome in. Figure out why I can't hear Frownie. Figured it out. This is kind of bad. It's midnight and I'm hungry again, Baron says. Close to midnight is close to dinner time for me. I usually have my my primary meal of the day right before the stream. It's not quite midnight, but approaching. Finally! We get to see a new stage. Oh, cool. I immediately crashed. This is a bad situation. I don't know how I survived that. Well, I didn't stay alive for long. I think you're without help on that one, Zergling. We started off with a pretty we started off the night with a pretty light crowd. Welcome in, though. Pleasure to have you here, of course. Oh my goodness. I might be dead. Life gets really tough in this game when you're flying around without your buddy. That was scary. Alright, what is going on here? Let's, We're still going. Let's try and keep particular types of nonsense out of my chat, please. And thank you, title. And you're fine, Mile High Roll, but I'm gonna just eliminate the connecting pieces. You too, Zergling. Another new stage. Frownie uses chain destruction. No. This is on the Game Boy Streaming Fist. Don't mind me, I just scrolled past 100% of the letters I need. Unfortunately, unless it gives me options for punctuation, I don't really have a good set of initials to enter when the option avails itself to me. With punctuation, I can draw a little smiley face, or a little frowny face, rather. Frownie just doesn't abbreviate very well. Alright, another stage. BRB Streaming Fist says, we'll see you when you return. This boss is pretty trash. Hey! Victory! Not a very pretty victory. Oh. Boy, this game is stressful. Now face the ultimate challenge. I have to do it again on hard mode. Wonderful. Wonderful. There's a loop too. Let's give it a shot. Let's just see what it feels like. Thank you, that music was driving me up the walls. Hey, Stream Kyle, welcome in. The Empire still lives. My worst fears have been realized. I mean, that was fair enough that happened to me, but I still don't have to be happy about it. I was flying in the wrong spot. There's really no two ways about it. So if I really want to master this game, right, and I really want to like say I've perfected it, then I guess I'm gonna have to end up doing 2 loops, right? 2 loops, deathless. I don't know about that. I don't know if I like this game that much. Hey, Counter Effect, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to your friends. We are playing R-Type on the Game Boy tonight. We completed 1 loop, but then the game restarted, so... It said face the ultimate challenge, so I assume this is hard mode now. Stage 1 felt really similar though to the first loop, so I'm not exactly sure yet. But I figured we'd just keep rolling anyway and see how we do. It's just me, I'm afraid. Well, I'm happy to have you here either way. Hope you're having a good time with Tears of the Kingdom. I'm still working on that one myself. I think I'm at about 130 hours in now. I still haven't done any of the story stuff, hardly. I haven't made it to a single temple or dungeon yet. I'm still exploring shrines, depths, towers. Just defeated the final boss myself. Sorry, won't say anything. Thank you. Appreciate the no spoilers, and GG to you. Always happy to hear when someone is able to drop in to share a victory, especially. Whoa, I'm so lucky. Oh, I really thought that might be it. For the boss, not for me. There we go. I won't say anything other than it was a beautiful experience. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Thank you, Counter Effect. I am looking forward to it. I'm not disinterested in the story, but it's I just have so much fun with the exploration that just makes me want to hold off on it. Hey, Bort Jams, welcome in. Good afternoon to you. I kind of did pretty well at this game, I think, all things considered. Except for stage 4. Like, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 all went really smoothly. At least in comparison. Off to bed for the night. Have a good time. Drop by another time. Thank you, Counter Effect. Thank you again for the raid. Hope you sleep well. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Sleep well, and we'll look forward to seeing you another time. I saw that bullet coming for me at the very last second. I was so... I was gearing up for the question of, can I remember the path to get through here? Rough. I was trapped in between a bunch of enemies. Well, I'm amazed that I lived through that. Anytime you need to fly at a diagonal is what really gets me into trouble, I feel like. This ship was not designed with diagonal travel in mind. I feel I can declare that fairly confidently. No. Whoa. I think I got really lucky the first time I made it through stage 5. Because right around that area there where I just died, I recall this really nasty situation that I was in before. And I think it was just chance that got me through it the first time. That actually fires backward? I've never seen an upgrade that fired backward. That was a nasty situation. That was nothing but luck that got me through that. I don't know what to do. Alas. No, I wanted to see that leaderboard. I'm gonna jump into it one more time. Alright, stage 1 is fine. We've got a handle on that one. I was watching that jellyfish and I was thinking, please, please don't fire at me. I really panicked there. Alright, that was good. I'm worried things are gonna go bad for me, but stage 2 should be like a little... Stage 3, rather, should be like a little breather here. No! I did exactly what I knew I shouldn't. I said that out loud and I jinxed myself. Breathing is always a win. Oh, now I can't even beat the stage. There's no way to get through here without the firepower, I don't think. Rip the run. Playthrough destroyed. Really? Look at that. This game is doing everything it can to rob me. I don't like this game. Really? Enter my name? How in the world do I get a high score every single time I play this? Especially when all I do is just die 30 seconds into the level every time. Hey, we finally have a chance. What a catastrophe. It is burning up in my basement tonight. It is so hot down here. If I were upstairs and it was this hot, I would be worried my basement was on fire. I guess now I just have to worry that the underground might be on fire. No? I was conducting an experiment. I think I just got confused, but what I thought it had happened was I had fired my buddy off the screen to the left, and that he had wrapped around to the right-hand side of the screen. I see it now that I apparently was mistaken, but that's what I thought had happened. I was trying to replicate that, because that seemed rather odd. No. All right, Theodoros, we can take care of that. Yeah. Hang out upside down for 15 minutes, I believe it's supposed to be, or until I remember that I'm upside down. I have a tendency to leave it upside down way longer than I'm supposed to. Not always. But perhaps with mildly alarming frequency. If I redeem it still inverted, should we turn it 90 degrees? We can't do that because it's a rectangle, not a square. It won't fit if I turn it 90 degrees. It's not a terrible idea, Stat Cat. But alas, I have made it the wrong shape. Cool. Clip your forehead into the game, yeah. Invert the capture card, too. The gameplay footage must be respected. Invert the frown icon, too. Come on, I can make it through this boss now. I just wasn't focused there. That was all 100% my fault for lack of focus. I mean, to be fair, most of my deaths are all my fault for lack of focus, but they don't always feel like that, you know? No. You beat the baked potato bosses, Dynamite says. Yeah, I actually beat the game on one loop, but then it said something about face the ultimate challenge and the game restarted, so it looks like it's a 2-loop game. So I played a bit of the second loop too. I don't remember where we made it on loop 2. Did we make it up to stage 5 on loop 2? Sounds right. That was stage 5 on loop 1. I played one more time. But I think we're going to be done with R-Type for tonight. I got a basic, sort of casual victory. I might revisit this one. I'm not completely decided. Might be cool to play it on another platform. But we've been at it for about 3 hours. I think it's a good time to switch games, actually. So thank you for enjoying R-Type with me, my friends. We'll move over to the NES now for the next part of the night. Hey, Chompy, welcome in. This looks like a pretty darn good Game Boy shooter. It's it's grown on me. It started off really smooth, and then it got rough, and my feelings were declining. But it's grown on me the more time I've spent with it. So we might actually come back to it. Maybe next week. See about completing 2 loops in one go. But I think 3 hours is a reasonable enough time to give it for one night. So we're actually going to switch away from it. Apologies if you're just arriving for R-Type. But we're going to go over to the NES and we're going to try out... actually going to try out a cartridge I've never played before. And I hope it works, because it's one of these weird unlicensed cartridges. But we're gonna try out the Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy and see what this is like. I kind of expect this to be pretty rough. Frownie, weird playing Game & Watch looking shooter with a pegboard background. Is that what that is? Is that supposed to be like a corkboard? Oh, it's starting to animate. Have I never watched the animation for this one? This doesn't look familiar to me. I saw ducks and fish. There's like a sun and clouds on the side, on the left side there. I always thought this was supposed to be stone. I thought that this was just like... yeah, I always thought this was a stone background. But it does look like a corkboard. I'm not going to be able to see it as anything else now. That's great. Dizzy as in the Eggman. Yeah, Dizzy as in the Eggman. The Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy. We'll get it switched over. Give me just one moment.